You know what? I was planning to do. Oh, by the way, new records. By the way, before I get started, right down there, we got 808s and Heartbreaks. I'm actually super happy I got that. I never thought I would. That was my favorite instead of album. And right down there, the piano's kind of blocking it out. I'm gonna hold it up. You can see I got Astro Worlds, Travis Scott, one of my favorite trap albums ever. Even though I think Rodeo is by a pretty solid mile the better album, I saw it at Bizarre Bazaar, my local like record store, and I was like, hey, I'll just get that one because it's there. But I was planning to do a full review of Nas's new album King's Disease too, but I decided not to because it came out like around like a week, almost 2 weeks ago now, and generally my opinion on it didn't change from the reaction. It's not an album that really sunk in with me much. Generally, my opinions on all the tracks are the same they were in that review. The only thing I'd say is I underrated Rare, and that's really it. The album got a little better for me, but that's it. I'll talk about the album more in probably end year lists, though, in like my honorable mentions video. Currently, it's in my top 10 favorite albums of the year. I think it's number 9, but I think at that video it'll happen. But whatever the case is, it's cracked my top 5 Nas albums. I'll say that. It's a great album. It is truly a comeback for the guy. I'm very happy about it. But Griselda is back this month. Very excitingly, we have 3 projects. We have 2 that came out last Friday and 1 coming out this Friday. We had Bo Jackson. I'm going to review 2 of them today because the 2 that came out. We have Bo Jackson by Boldy James and the Alchemist, another Boldy James Alchemist record. And we have Pyrex Piccaso, a new Benny the Butcher EP. Now, I do want to mention, though, it is a new EP from Benny the Butcher. Hyped as hell, but the producer is not listed. But I forget who was it. I read the producer. Wait, hold up. It's Chop La Rock. I'll review that one second though. First we got a new Boldy James record here. So I'm gonna do 2 reviews in one because I don't have a ton to say in either record, and I don't think I need to give them full length reviews. So, but I think they're both really solid, and they came out last Friday. It took me a little bit to get to them, but I've heard them now. First we got Bo Jackson by Boldy James and the Alchemist. This is a duo whom has done currently, I think, 1 record now, but I don't know, it might be 2. I can't remember if my first chemistry set is I don't know if that's Alchemist produced. I remember reading it was, but I know that they had the last one last year, they had The Price of Tea in China. Great album, one of my favorite albums to drop all year, one of my favorite Griselda records in general. I thought it was just really solid and it really put Boldy James on for me. He had a great 2020, dropping 4 projects across the year. Then he dropped Major on McNichols, one of, if not the one, probably a top 3 Griselda project for me. I fucking love that album, and it gets better for me every time I re-listen to it, especially middle of next month. That might be the best track under Griselda in general. That was produced by Sterling Tolls, though. Then there was his Versace tape, which I thought was alright. And then there was Real Bad Boldy, which I thought was pretty good. This year, though, he's come back with The Alchemist again on Bo Jackson. I was really excited for this record. I was really hopeful for it. I didn't listen to any singles going into it. I just wanted to get the full experience. And overall, I think if we're talking about like some of my favorite tracks here, I guess we'll start with that one. I'm not going to go through every track because there are a couple that I don't really have a ton to say on. My favorite tracks, so I'll start with, I felt like Double Hockey Sticks was a great intro. I really liked the beat switch in the middle. I thought it was just generally very enjoyable, nice. This album is generally what you'd expect from this collab. It's very similar to Price of Tea in China. A track I really liked that was Brick Mile to Montana with Benny the Butcher. Part of the reason I really like this track is I really liked Benny the Butcher's more calm delivery. This isn't a hyped up track. It's very much what you'd expect from Alchemist, calm back. But I thought Benny did very well in his verse, and I thought Boldy just did very well in his overall very enjoyable track. EPMD is definitely a highlight. I really enjoyed that one. Photographic Memories was really great. It had Rock Marciano and Earl Sweatshirt. Rock Marciano is the type of rapper whom I've wanted to get into for a very long time, but I've never really just attempted it. But Earl Sweatshirt, I love the guy. He has tons of great music, and I'm very hopeful he'll drop another project at some point. But I really like what he's been doing recently. He did the one, I don't know if he did a whole EP with Alchemist, but he did something with Alchemist this year. Whatever the case may be, Earl Sweatshirt is a great rapper, and he was really good on this track. I really like to see him on it. I really like Diamond Dallas's Hook from Stove God Cooks. Overall, it's a really nice track. Flight Risk was pretty good. Illegal Search and Seizure was one of my favorite tracks. I thought it just had a very nice, well done produced. I do want to go back though, actually. I forgot to mention this one. Turpentine had a really nice sample. Really liked that. Third Person was a great track. There's another. Oh yeah, Oh Fake Flowers with Currency and Freddie Gibbs. Loved it. Currency and Freddie both killed it. Overall, very enjoyable track. We're at the end of the day. If I go over the whole album here, I actually think I like this a little more than Price of Tea in China. I feel like this one was a little more grounded on terms of Boldy James' performance. I felt like there was a bit of more of a presence in the production. As much as I love the Price of Tea in China, there's something about Bo Jackson that just felt a little more down to earth and real. And at the end of the day, it's definitely one of the better albums I've heard all year. It's definitely a top 15 album of the year. My rating would probably be about an A-. I mean, that's not surprising, but overall, I thought it was very enjoyable, and it will most likely make my honorable mentions for the best album of the year. Very enjoyable shit. It was literally the quality I expected it to be. This did not disappoint at all. Not whatsoever. Really enjoyed this one, and I hope Boldy James comes back this year, and I hope the Alchemist comes back this year. I don't know. Does Alchemist have any like upcoming shit? Like, is there any project he's been teasing? There's the Vince Staples thing that hasn't come out yet. I really want that to come out, but other than that, now in terms of Alchemist projects, of the ones I've heard, I haven't heard all of them. I'll warn you there. But comparatively to like recent ones, except for his tapes that he does, his soul tapes, I think this beats Haram for me. As much as I really enjoyed Haram, I thought this was just a tad bit better for me. But Haram is still a great album. Arm & Hammer killed that shit. It doesn't come close to Alfredo, but at the end of the day, Alfredo's kind of hit a classic point at this point. I think it beats like Lulu too. Other than that, though, I think this is probably, in terms of this decade so far, this comes in as, I think, my second favorite project from him after Alfredo. The ones I heard. Overall, great shit. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I can't wait to see more from Alchemist. Boldy James, I think this is my second favorite after Majors and McNichols. I really liked it. All right, next we have, also, I'm just very excited to see what he has next. Next we got a new Benny the Butcher tape here, Pyrex, Piccaso. I was very excited, but cautiously optimistic for this one, for the main reason that I feel like Benny it was mostly his one other project. So he's dropped a pretty solid amount of shit this year. We're onto his third tape this year. He dropped his very anticipated Plugs I Met 2 earlier this year with Harry Fraud. Great EP, really enjoyed it. I'm gonna light this a little better. It was a really enjoyable EP. He just did very well on it. I felt like Harry Fraud was also a great producer on it. Overall, just a great EP. Then he had his incredibly enjoyable, I'll get to this one soon. Then he had the Trust of Sopranos. I forget who the producer was, but I was pretty let down by it. It was easily the most boring thing I think he's ever released, and there really was very few to no interesting tracks. Love Left is a track I really liked on it. But overall, it was just it was kind of a miss for me. And as much as I do really love Benny, I wanted to see him go better. Then I saw, out of nowhere, on this day, that Pyrex Piccaso was a new EP from him. It's like 7 songs, 19 minutes. The intro is like a 30-second intro, so overall, it's like 6 full tracks. Technically, it is Chop La Rock who produced it. For a second I thought, is this a solo tape? But no, he wouldn't make a tape where someone else where someone else didn't produce every track. But I was really nervous for this one, but I was hopeful. I really liked the cover. It was really a cool cover. Honestly, of the 3 covers he's done this year, this got to be my favorite. They've all gotten better, honestly. I like the Trust of Sopranos cover a little more than I like the Plugs I Met 2 cover. But as much as I love the Plugs I Met 2's really raw style, and I still think it's the best of the 3, I really like the cover, and I think this one has a really cool cover to it. But once I heard Flood the Block, I knew this was going to be a great EP, and truly it is. This is a fucking solid EP. The only issue with this EP is that it is an EP. I felt like this could have been a full album. It was just so entertaining. The tracks were really rich. Where has Chop La Rock been all my life? I never heard of him before this, but oh my god, this producer is so good. The moment that track, Flood the Block, starts, it's just a fucking banger. And it's just 6 bangers after that. Really enjoyable shit. Easily, Pyrex Piccaso is the best track here. I thought Rick Hyde and Conway were really enjoyable. And on top of that like strumming, dark piano guitar beat just sounded great. Overall, really enjoyable shit. I don't even have a ton to say. This was just a fucking solid EP. I really enjoyed it. Overall, Benny has regained my trust here, as he kind of lost it with Trust of Sopranos, but now I'm ready for another Benny the Butcher. I know we're getting Tana Talk 3 and 4, and now that Hitler Wears Hermes 8 is coming out, I have a feeling it's coming soon, but At the end of the day, we'll see. At the end of the day, Pyrex Piccaso was super enjoyable. I'm giving this one, I'm probably going A- again. I don't know why I wouldn't, but overall, just enjoyable shit right here. Please go check this one out. Another great project from Benny the Butcher. This is the 6th project I've heard from him. The ones I think there's a couple I like really fucking need to hear. Which one? I really need to hear the DJ Drama, the Respected Sopranos. And now that I have the amazing Call Me If You Get Lost under DJ Drama, I'm like, maybe this Respected Sopranos, I should check it out. Overall, though, Benny, I hope, drops that Tana Talk 3-4 this year, or Tana Talk 4 and 5 this year, because I need to hear him come back to that format. Tana Talk 3 is his best, so yeah, no, I'm really excited for that. Anyway, I'm getting tired. I would go listen to some Trippie Redd, because Trip at Night's coming out on Friday, and I know I've shitting on Trippie Redd a lot, but I got hope. I got hope he's going to make a comeback. He's going to go back to Trip at Night, or no, the Let's a Trip era. Let's hope. I'm going to go revisit some of this shit. See you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.